Hi everyone, it's Stacy. Thanks for stopping by. I thought I would just do a little share of this little golden book that I made recently. I just finished up. It's a 1988 copy of Little Cottontail, and I've prepped lots of these, but I haven't actually finished them. So as a completed journal, this is the first little golden book that I've actually completed. So it was so much fun. So I thought I'd join in the fun because I see so many people doing them, and they're adorable. So I did a fabric spine on this one, and it's actually it's got the rounded spine and the hidden hollow back binding technique, and there's 5 signatures, and I've left this one fairly blank inside, but there's just a really nice collection of papers in here, which you'll see in a second. I just want to show you how pretty these beads look next to this fabric. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. It's got that Easter vibe to it, but you know, just because it's a bunny journal, we kind of think of Easter, but it's not. It's just this is a hemp cord, like a natural twine, hemp twine, I believe. And I'll show you the back as well. And it's just got a little trim there, and I did do I reinforced the corners on this. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing this, and I definitely going to do some more of them. So I've added all the original story back in chronological order. Some of them are, you know, like the front page here, I've just stitched this piece here, and I've cut it down a little bit just because I thought it looked pretty next to this paper. The paper collections I've used are from Webster's pages, scrapbook paper, DCWV, and K&Company paper. So I really just chose a lot of pretty papers that went well with the image of the story. So as you can see here, you can see that I have stitched, rather than cutting the story page off here, I cut here and then reinforced them together so that they would refit, because when you cut that spine off, the golden book spine, then of course it makes the pages too long. So I have just joined them all together so that I could, as you can see here, they're all stitched back together so that I could keep them in order. So it's just I've added fabrics and just, you know, just a collection of pretty paper that I thought went with the images. This is such pretty scrapbook paper, and I've used some vintage ledger as well, and I've just added a few things in here. There's a guest check. This is a printable. Here is coffee dyed paper, and this is a little tag I made with some fabrics, little stamped image that I had. I have this stamp actually, and these are just paper flowers, and I just stitched on some of the leftover cut-offs from the scrapbook paper. This one was inspired by Roxy Creations. And here's a wallpaper pouch I made, a little envelope. It's a wallpaper border, some really old stuff I have, and it just feels really nice. It's just a nice little envelope. Can tuck some things in there. And again, some vintage ledger. Can't remember exactly how many pages are in there. I believe I've used 7 pages folded in half in each signature, I think. Again, there's that other side of the stitched front page. And I love this trim. It's just so bright and cheery, and I thought it looked really great next to some of the images in here. This is a beautiful florals. This is such a pretty fabric that I have a big stash of it, so I gotta start using it. And here in the center of here is just a little pocket there, and I've added some more trim. It's gorgeous. I think this is K&Company, I believe. It's got a bit of a sparkle to it, this one. I don't know if it picks it up in the camera, not sure, but here's one of the pages from the book came out there, and that's what I mean. Instead of cutting it, I just folded there, and I've, you know, just sort of stitched in an envelope here There's nothing in this envelope here. More ledger, just a layaway tag in a nice big pocket. Pretty vellum. I've put these are pages from the Flow book for paper lovers. Some of you might be aware of that. Here's another pretty little tag I made with more of that fabric and extra scrapbook paper. And I've just attached some sari silk on there. Just a little collage there. Love my little bunny stamp. I completely forgot that I had it. And of course I just added a printable of the Velveteen Rabbit. And this one just flips out. Added some more of this pretty trim. And this is it's kind of a repair tag, or here's a little collage I did with this is a vintage bingo, and just some more of that pretty fabric. And then this was just a little pouch here, and I stitched it here so you can still write on this side and put something in there. And some vintage paper, stationery paper. I got this in some Happy Mail from Catherine, I believe. There's a few items in here from her. I love this. It's so bright and cheery. Some fabric foo-foo there. More of this fabric, I love it. And this is Webster's pages, scrapbook paper. I have a little bit of the stash of the Websters. I don't see it very often. I don't know how I acquired it actually, but I have a stack of it, small stack of it. I think like this. I'm going to start using it up. I don't know why I hoard some things, but it's time to not hoard anymore. And there's the last page of the story. It's the other side of this little envelope here. So yeah, just a simple journal, just something to make your own and put your own things in there. But anyway, if anyone's interested, it is up in my shop if you're watching this. And thanks again for stopping by, guys. Take care.